Hello, kids. Whoops. We're going to be doing some painting today. Because like I say, you got a better place to be? Of course not. Whoa. Alright. Let's turn on some lights. There we go. I like a lot of nice lights. We will be both gaming, well, at least painting and philosophizing here very soon. I'm going to go get some clean water and I'll be right back. Here, I'll put my Jabberwock out so you can appreciate the awesomeness of it. There we go. All right. As always, these streams are pretty random, and I did the one yesterday. I thought I had paused it so that I could go and post it on post it on my Twitter, and I canceled the stream. So yesterday's stream was 15 minutes. I'm slightly embarrassed over that. All right. We're going to start out by varnishing everything in the varnish box, and I'll explain what I did yesterday and what we'll be doing today. I might have to sell some of these dudes. I'm quite proud of them. I'll sell them on eBay or something. All right. Little indoor matte varnish spray. This is how I keep the my I don't like the winter, so what I do is I use a lot of fluorocarbons, and it creates a small ozone hole just over me. It keeps me warm. All right. I can tell there's nobody watching the stream, so you're allowed to make jokes like that. All right. I did 3 of these adventures, and I can you see this guy? Can he be seen? He came out really good, actually. I was like, these guys have a lot of detail, but they're just too small. They're just tiny guys. And then I was like, I'm using some of the speed paints. What if I use the brown varnish? It won't look good. Dude, looks great. Hang on. That's fine. That's what you want out of a miniature. Now, I don't have the terrain on these guys yet. How about this dude? I like how it sort of implies he has a scar on his eye, almost. And you can see now that he was sporting a flail. Looks good. If you feel like his head is a little too mottled, all I can say is I disagree. Looks fine to me. All right, those three dudes are going to get terrain. I took my other dudes that were primed in black, and that's these in the back. Hold on. And so that's the difference between black and white. You might say, but that's not black, Peter. Well, it's black, but I've dry brushed it in off-white, so that you still see black outlines and black shadows. And then as you can see, this is a guy that's just been spray painted white. I also have some wolves. I think we'll start with the wolves just because... Actually, I won't start with the wolves. The wolves are one color. Not only are they going to be one color, they're going to be one color quick paint. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of darn time on the wolves. But let's start with the wolves. I got another barbarian here. He's got a warhammer and a wolf's head or a bear. I like to think of this as a wolf. Cape. It's got a little bit of spare lid coming off the bottom there. Let's take a look. Oh, there is another piece I need to get off of there. Hang on. We got this. I need your trusty hobby knife, which is this. All right. You see that little... It's like a little tail. Ugh. It's causing me... Did I get it? No, I didn't get it. I was so close. All right. Well, now we're good. I think we got it. All right. Just as before, I think we're going to do a lot of speed painting. I want to take a look at... I think he's shirtless. No, that's a chainmail. That's like a jerkin over a chainmail shirt. Of course, he's got the wolf cape. I think he does have like bare knees, so there is a lot of flesh tone going in here. The flesh tone I think I have this thing called Crusader Skin, which is a quick paint that I do not want to use. It's just not that I just don't trust it against the black. I don't think it'll look good. It might come out looking really dark or something. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and acrylic the skin. Oof. Oh, what that is. All right. This is a nice... It's called Skin Tone. Folk Art Skin Tone. All right, here we go. I'm not sure how thick this paint is, so let's give it a little bit of a... It's thin enough, it's one of those things. We've established that he's not bare-chested. He has chainmail sleeves, and you couldn't have a sleeve without some kind of shirt. So I'm going to assume that that's some kind of, like, jerkin or tunic of some kind. Oof. Now, I like to do these in stages and groups, but that only really works when you're doing like a whole army at a time, which I'm not doing. All right. Let's do him. So we're going to move these guys to the side. Let's do him, and how about, well, let's do this guy. He just flipped right over. I like this guy because he has a bill hook, which is an obscure, a little bit of an obscure pole arm. Not really obscure. I mean, if you're a D&D player, you know what it is. And I got to get in. This looks like an Italian helmet to me. I know the Italians weren't exactly renowned for their medieval stuff, but they certainly had the best looking stuff by far. Okay. It looks like he's got sleeves and knees, so let's do bare arms after he's got the shoulder pads. And we ain't going too hard on these. We're just, as I messily attempt. All right, let's try it. Get him in the upside down angle. When I turned him upside down, I swear I think I just saw some wrinkles, which means this would have been a sleeve rather than bare arms. But you know what? He's got the right to bare arms. He's got a right to bare arms. He's holding a bardiche or a bill hook or whatever the heck that is. It's a bill hook. I'm going to say he's got pants on. He's got some kind of trousers. He's looking cool. All right, so we're going to do 3. What's our third guy? Who will our third guy be? Not you. This is one of those Scandinavian ones. It looks like he's almost like he's wearing goggles or a mask. But he's not really. It's just part of the mask. I mean, part of the helmet. And I'm going to regret this almost as soon as I do it, because as soon as I put it on there, of course, I'm going to have to do the mustache, which will be a different color. Definitely got a mustache. I would say this guy has no skin showing, because you can see the chainmail sleeves at the elbow. And he's definitely got something underneath those. Yeah, he's definitely got some kind of pants on underneath, and he's definitely got some gloves on. So our skin tone is limited. So we got these 3. These 3. And let me organize the rest. I've got 4 others. Tell you what, all the white primed ones go here. Each one of these is unique. There's 3 aliens. We'll put them off to the side too. This leaves us with 4. and then 4 wolves. So I think today we'll just do these 3. And maybe we'll do the wolves. I don't know. The wolves are going to go quick. Like, in between, like, waiting for the paint to dry on the other dudes, that's how fast the wolves are going to go. But speaking of wolves, let's start with our wolf barbarian. Here he is. Definitely brown boots, brown leather, but he's got chainmail sleeves and a brown wolf cloak, or maybe it's a gray wolf cloak. Let's call it a gray wolf cloak. We'll do this in graveyard gray. With chainmail. I'm going to make the boots and gloves the same material. I'm going to use that tan color I like, which I like to call snakebite leather, but probably isn't really snakebite leather. All right. And unfortunately, this part of my video yesterday was cut off. But we basically proved that the brown goop looks great on these dudes. I don't know what it is. But it's looking good. Okay. Okay. Gloves and boots. When we get to the like the inner tunic type area, I don't know. I shy away from the colors. He's obviously wearing the gray as a sort of, it's either a totem or a kind of camouflage to me. So it seems like we would want to go with a natural color. You know, as colorful as we might get it, maybe a green. Right, that's as colorful as we would get. And really, I don't think it'll be good as green. I think maybe just a different shade of brown. And then tonight, I will be working on Brillig again. I'm quite proud of my drawing. It has improved in leaps and bounds. My prayers have been answered. You can't pray to make yourself a better artist. You have to just put the work in. Oh, and it's tough. It is tough. Because it's all about imagination and influences, and you know, you can be a really good artist and just draw boring shit or cliched shit. I can't imagine a worse fate to have all that talent and to just be drawing some boring cliche stuff. I think that would be kind of sucky. Now, for those of you who are like, aha, I got you. Brillig is a boring cliche. No, he's not. There's some awesome stuff going to go on with Brillig. He's not just a barbarian. He's not just a cursed barbarian, which is kind of a fun take. No, he's set in the world of Alice in Wonderland, and we're going to get pretty crazy with it. Did I hear influencers? Yes. LOL. Hey Jake, how's it going? I don't know if you've seen my newest comic. I just started it like in the last couple of days. I've been posting. I got about 3 for Brillig. And it's all based on the Jabberwock. I'm sorry you missed the Jabberwock terrain base, but I'll put it out here. This is still wet, so I can only show it a little bit, but I'll put it out here. Hang on. That's what we went with. When I say wet, it's the matte spray that I sprayed over them. And it looks like I got some of the brown varnish on this paintbrush, and I'm trying to get it off. It's water soluble, so it should come out. I'm just going to leave it in the water. Yeah, it came out really good. I'm pretty happy about that. Oof. I'll show you my salamanders too, and tell you how they came out. I'll zoom in. So these are the the yellow salamander. I don't know if you saw these guys get made. So nagas or salamanders. Whoops, get out of the way. They aren't as nicely based, but I mean, they're just like, this is cannon fodder. And then I have the water element. So I've got them. And then there's another one. And I don't know if you can see their faces. Let's see. Shit. It's okay, I didn't drop my phone. It's going on the stand again. Let's see if you can see their faces. So that's definitely a male, I think. And then this is definitely a female. I don't know. She's kind of ugly. She's sort of a Medusa. Yeah. Little snake men of some kind, or worm people. I don't know. I also did a couple of wolves. But for actual gaming, like having some wolves to throw out there, it's like, you know, you end up with like, I don't know, like each side will have 25 points and you end up with like 4 points. It's always good to throw a wolf on there. It's just a cheap minion. All right. Oh, look, the varnish is coming out of this brush. Good. Let's let it dry and see what happens. All right, so I'm doing these three dudes. This sort of Italian-looking warrior. This is a wolf barbarian, and I have a Viking. Where's my Viking? Here he is right here. But, well, they might be lichens in wolf form. I don't know. I've got more of these wolves. They're just, I ended up with like a pack of like 6 of them. And they're still unpainted. But for my wolf warrior, what am I going to do? I think I might do green. Well, forest green. How about forest green? Yeah, you're the Viking, obviously. I got, these are the ones I did yesterday. Let me show you what I did yesterday. So I've got this sort of evil cleric guy with a scar. I don't know, he's got a flail. He came out really good. There's not much to him. I mean, he's just armored. There he is. And then I did, this is kind of a, what is he, a Saxon? I don't know. He's got kind of a Viking type shield and a warhammer. And then I've got this sort of Lawrence of Arabia dude, which he came out pretty good as well. I was surprised. This is kind of trash on his cloak. I might have to redo the cloak, but as far as the front, feels good. Feels good. Oh, shit. All right. Let's see. Not you. You. This wolf barbarian, I was going to give him kind of a, like, it's this tunic I care about. It's going to be green and then green leather over chainmail, and then the wolf will be gray. I gotta shake this up a little bit more though. All right. Yeah, it doesn't look so much like a it's more of a cutlass than a scimitar, a shamshir, or however you pronounce it. All right, here we go. I tried mixing this. This is one of the paints that didn't do well when it froze. All right, here we go. So my philosophy of painting is to get on the inside, like close to the center first, and then, then you go out to the outside. But as you notice, I've already done the gloves and the boots, which, all right, so I'm not consistent. Okay. Where's my silver? Here it is. This is called nickel. Whoops. Oh, let's get the Warhammer too.